There are many different forms of energy we use on the Earth. The sun is the greatest source of free energy that we have. The sun is the center of all of our energy sources. One of the greatest of these is solar power. The sun emits solar radiation, and solar cells take that radiation and turn it into energy we can use to power things like our homes and businesses. The radiation is captured from the sun, and solar panels are photovoltaic cells. When the sunlight hits these solar panels, it knocks electrons loose from their atoms, and as they flow through the cell, they generate electricity. Obviously, solar power is a great renewable resource, but is it the best option for us? You may think that it would be the most cost-efficient, since we don't need to pay for the sun, and we get to skip the middlemen that we need for most other energy sources. But everything we would need to turn the sun's energy into energy we can use day and night would be massive. Solar panels are extremely expensive, and we have yet to find a way to use this energy source more affordably. A few more problems we run into with solar power is the uneven distribution of sun across the globe. Also, some days are cloudier than others, and we obviously can't harvest any energy from the sun at night. Another great energy source is nuclear power. Although nuclear power is not considered a renewable energy source, it is a sustainable one. Nuclear energy is made in power plants all over the world. In these power plants, they use nuclear fission to create power. The heat from the fission creates the steam, and the steam turns a turbine to create energy. Here are some of the facts about nuclear power, according to the World Nuclear Association. The first commercial nuclear power station started operation in the 1950s. There are over 440 commercial nuclear power reactors operable in 31 countries. They provide over 11% of the world's electricity as continuous, reliable power to meet base load demand without carbon dioxide emissions. 55 countries operate a total of about 250 research reactors, and a further 180 nuclear reactors power some 140 ships and submarines. Nuclear energy has always been a subject of debate. Usually people either love it or they hate it. Some that argue against nuclear power plants have three big reasons why they do so. Nuclear weapons being the first of these reasons. It may be hard to distinguish between a legit nuclear power plant and one just trying to make nuclear weapons. Nuclear waste and pollution is another concern for the anti-nuclear energy supporters. And the third and usually biggest concern is nuclear disasters, since they have already happened over 7 times, 4 of them very significant. I'm sure everyone remembers Chernobyl and Fukushima. The nuclear energy supporters argue very much opposite of the anti-nuclear energy supporters. They feel like nuclear energy saves lives, and the accidents that have happened were by careless workers and not through the energy source itself. And all the toxic waste that some worry about is actually not a concern, since it is stored away, but fossil fuels are left into the air for us to breathe in every day. This is one major difference between solar power and nuclear power. Solar power is the dream energy source for most people. It seems like the cleanest and most responsible energy source for our planet, whereas nuclear power is always under debate. The biggest thing these energy sources have in common is that they cut out carbon dioxide emissions, and they have a much better chance of sustainability.
Created using Powtoon.